Daddy D. If it ain't going down at the Bunny Ranch, it ain't going down at all.
It's going down at the Bunny Ranch. Going down.
Welcome back, listeners and viewers, to the Bunny Ranch podcast. I'm James, and today we have Jasmine Rose from the Sagebrush Ranch with me. Jasmine, welcome to the show.
Hello. Hello, everybody.
So, if you haven't noticed, I'm actually on a different set than our normal set. The other one's a little bit kind of dirty right now, so I'm having it cleaned. This one is one of our photo shoot sets, one of the ones I built for the St. Patrick's Day kind of photo shoots we have going on right now. Anyways, so Jasmine, let's get to know you, though. What brought you to the Sagebrush Ranch?
Well, what brought me here the end of last year was because I had just gone out of a long-term relationship, and I just decided that it was just time to move on and go on the next step and, explore my life a little bit more because I was a little bit closed off for a while. Mm-hmm. And so I said, why not? Let's just do this. And here I am.
Okay.
Yes.
So, there's so many different reasons people come here. But what... So I know a little bit of a little kind of fact. I know that you love fashion. So, because I kind of talked and I kind of cheated ahead of time. But I've also seen you with these giant white wings, which actually some of your pictures, your original profile pictures and everything all had. Mm-hmm. What's about that?
Well, it all started by Halloween. Mm-hmm. I usually plan a couple months, 2-3 months ahead of time before Halloween gets around. And since there's not so much, but there's a lot of free time during the time that I'm on shift or even when I was off shift and I wasn't doing anything. And so I would just always look up Halloween costume because I just always loved the whole concept of it. I always wanted to be in a contest, just anything. I always wanted to be the best dress when it came to fashion. And so I was on Pinterest and then I saw these wings for Halloween and I was like, Victoria's Secret model right away. And so I was like, I'm going to make my own wings because I looked them up and they were a couple $1,000s, for the really nice ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to make it myself. And so you remember, I would come back with bags and bags and bags, loads of bags of wings. And at one point, they ran out of white feathers at Michael's and at the 99-cent store. And so I would buy different colors and try to paint them, and it didn't work. And so I was like, I did literally a lot. I was just on a roll when it came to going to Michael's. I would drive.
Yeah, you were gone every day.
I was gone every day. I was be gone during before shift and made sure that I was going to go find wings in make feathers in Reno. And I was like, it was crazy, but it turned out so it was just my first time making wings. And it was I started off with, what do you call those? What was those it was the pipe wires, right?
Okay.
What would we call them? The
pipe cleaner?
Yeah, the pipe cleaners. Okay. And so I started off with that. I started off with pipe cleaners and hot glue gun, and that's when I started one by one. And then I saw on one of the Pinterest was a skirt with feathers too, and that's where I came up with my it was the tutu, and I put feathers on the tutu. So it was a one piece by one piece. And then I got home right before Halloween. It was 4 days before Halloween party started that weekend. And I walked in with my big wings. And I had made one by one of my really good friends of mine. So because he was going to be the dark angel and I was going to be the angel. Yeah. And my brother sees me with these giant wings, right? And he goes, dude, what is that? And I was like, dude, I'm going to be a Victoria's Secret angel, for Halloween. And he goes, what? Make me one too. And I was like, are you serious? And I could never say no to my brother. Mind you, my brother's is everything to me. So I was like, I don't know how impossible this is, but I'm going to make it possible. Right away, I hop in the car, straight to Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and I went and bought like all the feathers I could find, and I made him these giant wings. So we're at the nightclub slapping everybody's faces with with these giant and I entered this contest. I didn't win. I was like runner up though. And it was a $5,000 contest. It was the craziest thing. Yeah, but the people that did win, the 3 people that won was Austin Powers. It was an Austin Power group. I mean, honestly, looked exactly like all the characters that they were supposed to be. But me and my brother and one of my best friends were literally slapping everybody in the face with these giant wings. Like, literally, Victoria's Secret giant wings, you know? So, like, everyone was like, what in the world? Like, getting their makeup slapped, like, everything with their... It was amazing. But,
oh, man.
Yeah, that is just... After that, I just realized, like, I mean, I've always been... Like, I always love, like, creating things, you know? Just love... I literally have tools for everything, especially when it comes to my, like... crazy ideas. I'm like, if I can make it, I'm gonna do it. Like, if I could go and paint the wall, I would do it, you know? And I suck at painting cars, by the way. I tried doing that before and it just did not come out well.
So noted, don't let you paint our cars.
Don't let me do it. I had a few scratches.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe, but cars, no, not so much. But yeah, so after that, I decided that this year I was gonna come up with my own wing line for hopefully I get a couple like really nice pieces out and done and up on my Etsy. I think it's Etsy that it's they sell stuff, right?
Yeah,
it's
a lot of
Etsy.
people sell it on Etsy. Yeah.
So I'm gonna come up with my own Etsy like line and like probably on Instagram too. Yeah, more than likely I'll advertise on Instagram and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And get my own like crazy wing line on and going for Burning Man, because I was looking at some pictures.
That's true. Burning Man has some pretty amazing outfits. Especially because that's pretty much all you wear.
Yeah, exactly. So I was going to come up with like my own big line for like, you know, for the girls.
Yeah.
Or for even the guys, because my brother was just like, dude, I did in 3 days.
I want one now. So you're going to have to make me one before you leave here.
Okay.
Not today.
Not today, yes.
Yeah.
But in 3 days, I got him these giant wings. And like, I'll like, once I get my own line, I will definitely post up pictures of what I could do.
Yeah.
But his came out the best because the inner layer is what's the main part that's holding all the feathers and everything together. And his came out really perfect. So if I was to tear off all the feathers from his, the wing part, the actual inner layer looks really, really nice and put together. Mine was like, it was the first time I was literally gluing together and stapling together squirt bottle, like can bottles, like, you know,
it's the first one you're doing.
Yeah, I was just literally like just trying to put stuff together just to make it like a hold. But like my brothers came out so well. And yeah, we were actually, everyone was like, holy crap, like where did you get these angel wings? It was like amazing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know.
I mean, and that's really cool because you have a really set goal at that point, because you were talking about, you know, that's pretty much your end goal at that, because you want to open that store. That might be where you might retire at one point.
I know. A costume.
Yeah. Hey, you know, it's a huge lucrative industry.
Yeah.
You know, rave outfits, Burning Man outfits, you know, there's stores dedicated just to that.
Oh, yes.
So, especially if you're online, you package and ship those all around the world. People will get them, especially for every music festival right now.
Yeah, and I have friends that actually are in like the Hollywood industry too. So I have friends that actually told me that seeing my wings are like, dude, we could probably get you some good costume deals for all these, you know, Broadway shows and stuff like that. And Hollywood is a big thing when it comes to costumes and stuff like that. But I'm definitely I'm just in love with like the whole costume concept. I just always love dressing up. Well, you already know that. I just love dressing up for every event. So.
Yeah, but that's all that matters. I mean, as long as you're happy and you're enjoying it, that's truly what matters, right?
Yeah.
Now, you were saying too before we actually started, one of your other goals. What is that other goal? You were talking about, you know, getting your mom something.
Yes, I definitely, when I'm done with, before I am done with this whole, you know, moving on to the next step of my life, I wanted to open my mom a nail salon and a beauty salon, you know, since she has that very old school mentality where she just wants to work the rest of her life. She doesn't really understand the concept of vacation. She's like on a vacation for like a week back home. Like this is just not even a vacation. This is just going back home to like see my brother and I. And she's like, okay, well, I miss home. I need to go work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? That is so crazy. Like, yeah. So my mom is definitely, you know, she needs that. That's her life. She just be bored her alpha freaking mind if she was to not work ever. Yeah.
Well, that's very admirable of you too. Of you too, because you know not many people would go and buy their parents, especially a whole like business.
Yeah. Well, you know what? She lived her whole life for me, so I mean, I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for her, anyways. You know, so she deserved more than that. I mean, there's nothing that could repay for the things she's done for me and my family, my brother, and everything. Yeah,
and that's what truly is really good, especially if you can give back to them. Yeah, you know, because everyone here comes for many different reasons. Mm-hmm. You know, you got here because a relationship breakup, and you wanted to just open yourself up and be better. Yeah, and you've literally found this whole wing line that's now you have a whole career idea that you're going to be doing. So that's pretty amazing right there. Mm-hmm. So. Well, I mean, what else do you do for fun though? Like, I know you go out to the club. You used to. Once
maybe once in a while. I think after I turned 30, I just like, you know, more of a slow down. You know, you kind of hit that age where you're like, okay, well then now what? You know, I mean, you go to the club now and then I see girls that are like just barely 21 and I'm like, oh my God, my Botox needs to kick in even more. Like, hopefully this Botox lasts for a while. You know, you're just like, oh my God, like what happened? Like, where did all the years go? So like now you start really thinking real life stuff. Yeah. You know, it's crazy. It's just 10 years just went, like now I'm about to be 31, you know, so it just came in a blink of an eye. You're just like, oh my God, what happened to all those years? Like, what did I do? Did I party that much where like I don't even remember anything? Like, that is so crazy.
I mean, you don't even look like you're even 30 right now, so you'll be fine.
Oh, I hope so, but I feel it. I think that's what it is. What you feel inside is just...
I feel it too. Don't worry.
Yes. Like, I think me and my friends, we went to Universal Studios, about 2 years ago. And I don't know, that Simpson roller coaster, man, it got us. I think it was the second ride we got on, and it was just like... whiplashes and that it was just like one of those really roller coaster, the hard seat ones this, almost like this, where they're like swinging you like and then you're like going back and forth. And I was like, me and my friends got out of the roller coaster and we're like, it wasn't even a roller coaster, it was more of like a whiplash car accident. Like it was like one of those roller coasters where you're kind of like, okay, not really sure what this was. And it's like we got out and we were all green. We were like dying. We're like, this is like the second ride that we took. And it was just like, wow, what happened? Like, did this really just happen to us? Are we that old already? Like, we thought we got into a car accident over and over again. It was just like the craziest thing. We were going to save Harry Potter ride last. And like, when we're getting in line for Harry Potter, we all looked at each other. I was like, you know what? We're just not even going to do this. This is like, we're going to end up throwing up. Like, it was the craziest thing. That's like when, you know, it hits you at a certain age. And it was just like, and I'm the youngest. I was 28 and they were all like 30 something. And it's just like, they all was just like, I can't believe we even did this right now, you know?
Oh yeah. No, I've done that. I mean, I did EDC Las Vegas last year. I've done it 3 years in a row.
Oh wow.
So,
okay.
And I am definitely not way over 30. I'm 33.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, after day one, you know, the first year, it was pretty good. You know,
Vegas, okay. Right? Yeah. It was Vegas. Oh my God. It's like during the hottest, I could never do Vegas because of that reason.
The last 2 years have been super cold because it was in May.
Really?
Yeah. So May in Vegas actually,
it's cold.
Weird enough, is actually cold in Vegas.
Yeah, in the desert.
Yeah. So at night, because the whole festival is all from dusk till dawn.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're all wearing like very skimpy outfits.
Yes, like nothing, like you're
yeah,
half naked. Yeah, I love
so
it.
my friend and I were there, and we literally come out and we're like freezing to death. Get off the shuttle buses, and like there's this group. I forget their Plurway.com. They're actually a really cool rave group.
Yeah,
or rave like company. Mm-hmm. They were handing out like these homemade blankets to every single people as they're coming off the shuttles.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I still have it. It's a green and black and green homemade blanket. And we like my friend Quentin, he's one of the bartenders. We were like literally huddled up, like hobbling our way to the Uber to go back to our hotel after the shuttles, and we were freezing to death. You know?
Yeah, no, I totally understand because Coachella, my first time was 2 years ago when I did Coachella. It was in April, and like, you know, me not thinking like always, I always like pack up my stuff. Like this is what happens. I really think I'm like the queen or the princess of like, don't know what land it is. Okay. But in my mind, I am. My brother like has been going to Coachella for like the past like 8 years. Yeah. So like he does what they call glamping, right? Asian people, we don't camp. Okay. The rare Asians go camping, you know, we don't camp. So, me thinking that glamping was gonna be like easy or something, I was just like, okay, let me go. I only brought my skimpy little clothes. Like I brought like my 5 pair of skimpy clothes, and I stopped by Smart and Final, and I literally grabbed a bunch of soda and like chips, and like that was it. I'm thinking like I was gonna go to Coachella, and my brother was gonna take care of me, and like I had a spa, and I didn't bring blankets, I didn't bring nothing. I wasn't prepared. Just brought my makeup and the things I needed to get ready for the festival. And I get there, and oh my God, when night hits,
it's
are you kidding me? I was like, what in the, oh my God. I literally had to have my cousin snuggle me at nighttime. I was like, I don't even give a shit. You're gonna have to sleep on top of me. I was like, I was so freezing cold. And I woke up the next day, I was like, I need a shuttle to go home. I don't care. I was like, my brother was like, oh my God, you are such a crybaby. I was like, what is this? I feel so dirty. I was like, this is so disgusting. I was like, I need to go home. My brother, like we all went with like, it was so many people. It was my cousins, my best friend. It was like a group of like 30 people. I was the only one that was crying because I never went camping before. I didn't understand it until I was there. I was like, I felt so dirty. And that like to go shower, you had to go walk like a whole like 2 miles. I don't even know. It felt like 2 miles, but it was like, I told my brother, I was like, I don't even get to the shower. This is so disgusting. I was like, oh my God. He's like, stop being a crybaby, girl.
And I feel it. I hate camping. I did it. I was 6 years Army National Guard. Went out to the middle of the desert all the damn time with these ugly army tents. I hate being dirty.
Yes.
And like the Army ruined camping for me dramatically. I camped once with a few friends. It was okay. You know, a little better, but not much.
Yeah.
But like EDC, the beauty of it is everyone's like, oh yeah, do the camping. I'm like, no. I'm going to take my shuttle back to the hotel. I'm going to take a shower at my hotel, get ready at my hotel. And then I'm going to get on to the next day. You know, that I don't need to camp in a little pod with people and then wake up and go, let me do morning yoga. No, it's definitely not happening after the music festival.
My brother had his own like portable shower and portable bathroom too, where you put the bag inside the little tub to go boo-boo, and like that is just horrible. Like I was just like, what is this? This is kind of like real stuff, right? But then like the portable shower was cool and everything, but you had to go and grab the water. Yeah. So you had to go, but you know what? My brother's wagon saved me. That's where I bought my wagon. Like my wagon is my life saver. My wagon, I roll everywhere with me. I don't care. My dog sits in it too. So my dog, when we go, like, you know, he's older now. Okay. So he literally just, he's about to be 14 this year.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. So he's like lazy. One of those those dogs where it's like, okay, after like just probably like 15 minutes after he does his, bathroom work, he goes, okay, well, you either carry me or you're going to drag me from here on out, you know? And so it's like, thank goodness he's a little smaller dog, but like I usually have him on a wagon when I take him out. I just have him on my wagon and I'll go shopping. He'll just sit there and just like happily ever after, you know, I'm not walking, I'm good. And my wagon saved me from like all the back breaks and whatnot. Yeah. But yeah, the whole camping part, forget about it. Asian people were like, why do you want to sleep outside when you got a house to sleep in or you got a roof overhead?
Exactly. I got a hotel. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. That's just, those walks are long too.
Oh no, I know. I did Paradiso, Washington in 2017. It's a music festival up there. Worst camping experience ever because I did EDC Vegas, and that was when it was EDC in the summer.
Okay.
And it was 100 degrees at night.
I love it.
And then go up to Paradiso, Washington. It was ridiculously hot in Washington. It was a huge heat wave in 2017 for everywhere.
Oh yeah.
But the sun doesn't go down. And then because the sun goes down, I think it was like 10.
Wow.
It was like 9 or 10.
In DC?
Because it's way up. Well, no, Washington State.
Oh,
it's
state.
Way up there.
Oh, okay.
And then the sun came back up at like 4 something in the morning.
I love it.
And I'm just drenched in sweat waking up in this little tent. And I look at my friend and he looks over and he goes, "We're making micheladas. You want one?" I'm like, "Do we have bottled water?" I think we left it at the hotel.
Oh my goodness.
So we literally were making micheladas to drink in the morning. And then we went and bought water from one of the stands.
Yeah.
So Jasmine, we've gotten a lot of like really good personality. We know who you are. So let's get a little bit more. Because I know like our listeners and our viewers, they know you're a sex worker, a legal sex worker here at Sagebrush Ranch. What really gets you off sexually? Like what turns Jasmine Rose on? Like what gets you moving so fast that you're like, yes. And like you have that loud moan. I don't want to do like the loud yes and moan.
Yeah.
I really do. But I might scare like the other people in the building.
Well, for me is one, I like it when a man, I understand my body. I know my body really, really well. So I know how to guide a man to get me off, you know?
Yeah.
And so if a man wants or like to take my guidance to get me off, then that'll be a great thing, you know, because not everyone is not for each other. So, but
True.
We could actually learn. You know, I could actually teach the person to try to get me off. It's like sometimes it's harder for some people and it isn't hard for some people, you know? And so don't think that you can't get a girl off. If a woman knows their body is very, very possible. And second is that I get really, really turned on when I see my partner turn on.
Okay.
Yeah, so like if I could satisfy him, it just automatically just draws me to the it actually makes me even want to satisfy my partner more.
Okay.
So that's like, that's how it usually is. But so just say if you're doing something with your partner and you see your partner kind of like off, like what is really going on? Like, how are you supposed to be turned on?
No, I agree. I can see
so
how that
you
is.
you feel it when your partner's turned on or not, you know? So I really, really like it when I see my partner super turned on and it just right away, it's just like an attraction and you just kind of like, you know, you just go on with it and you just want to pleasure your partner even more. So, yeah.
Okay. Are you like really loud in the bedroom or quiet? So, because like I know I hear like when we walk through these halls.
Yes.
We hear all the various noises, especially when summer comes out. Because the summertime, not summer sage, different people. Actually, when the summertime here in the area, because girls open their windows, and then you hear everything throughout everywhere. Especially the back area of the buildings or around the buildings.
Yes.
So like, you know.
When I walk through the hallway, sometimes you do hear some different moans. You know, every girl has different moanings. I'm very like in between. Okay. It really depends, you know. It really depends on the person too. And but yeah, no, I'm very medium.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll agree with that myself too. I mean, it depends. If I'm really getting going, I can get like
where
louder.
You just don't even care anymore. Where you're just like,
I have to be really feeling it. Yeah, you have to be really into it. And then, other than that, normally I'm pretty quiet. I'm reserved at that point. So
I'm not too quiet, but I'm like, Like right there. It depends. It really, but
Okay.
at the end of the day, it really depends. So I'm not going to stay quiet the whole time because that's kind of almost like,
That's kind of boring.
that's kind of boring. Yeah. And not
Yeah.
just only boring. It's just like, okay, that's when you know you're not enjoying it.
Exactly. Yeah, if you're just like dead,
You're just like
literally-
falling asleep.
yeah.
Like, please don't put
Yeah.
it in me at this point. You're like, this time for me to go to bed now. That's different. Yeah.
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 Well, Jasmine, this has been fun.
Yes.
So we've gotten to learn a lot about you here. We'll look out for those wings. I'm going to look for mine. I want mine.
Yes. Okay.
So what do you think, like a day? No, I'm kidding.
It takes a lot of work and a lot of
it's-
driving around looking for stuff. Is
You know, they
amazing.
have Amazon. You know, you can
Yeah,
order
I know.
things.
But you know what? I feel like for me, I'm one of those people who if
Yeah.
I could buy the product like super cheap, I'm gonna get the wholesale price.
Yeah.
And so I could make the wings because like that is a
Makes
whole
sense.
now that I'm gonna look into as a business wise, I need to
Well, yeah.
because before when I was buying my stuff for my white angel wings, I mean I didn't care how much I was spending. It was just like I'm gonna look the best, you know. But now it's like okay,
Yeah.
now you're gonna do it the costly wise. I'm gonna find good products for dirt cheap with all the coupons and whatnot, you know, all
Well,
the sale prices.
Well, I think out there, you viewers and listeners, make sure hit up Jasmine Rose. Go on to thebunnyranch.com/forums. It'll be actually somewhere right there in the little overlays throughout this whole video. You can connect with her on that like social network that we do have. Or else, how else do they get a hold of you?
At Jasmine Rose at sagebrushranch.com.
Okay.
And then my Twitter is Jasmine Rose SBR underscore the little line underneath
underscore.
and the underscore and that's my Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, it's been a lot of fun. So out there, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. 5-star rating on whatever platform, and keep listening. We're on Apple Podcast, Stitcher, YouTube, Google, Spotify, and we've been top 100 on literally Apple Podcasts since we pretty much launched.
Yeah.
So that just shows people want to listen and hear this stuff.
Yeah.
And also our YouTube, it blows up too. So make sure you take a look at that. If you were just listening, jump over to our YouTube, youtube.com/BunnyRanch Network. You can see how beautiful she is. You can see how beautiful I am. I don't know. I'm not that beautiful. But I am in a yellow shirt. This is one of the new Bunny Ranch clothing line. I have my own clothing line too, this Bunny Ranch
Yeah.
merchandise.
Oh,
I
nice.
designed these.
Okay. Nice.
But it's the first time we've ever done 7 different colors in one model.
Okay.
So, but it's a whole revamp of all of our merchandise for all company.
Okay,
So
that's
Bunny
nice.
is first, and then we're going to move on
To say
throughout everyone.
Okay.
So that way everyone gets something new. Kind of a cool thing. So other than that, folks, thank you all for listening, watching, subscribing. And until next time.
It's going